Basically, John McCain did better than most people in that he actually had his looks that were on his side. So he actually hit up a bunch of girls and got them working for him and paying him money, which he later on started raping them. So that kind of turned south on him because he started just. They found out how he was basically just this luxurious whore that basically was raping all kinds of women and even giving them crabs at some point in time. JFK didn't really have looks or anything other than the fact he had Jimmy Carter and some other gun-toting fools that were with him. And basically they were just kidnapping and basically threatening drug dealers and other people, which drugs are basically legal, so, and trying to do this whole thing how drugs are illegal or something like that, and basically just pretty much threatening people, if they didn't pay them dues or something like that, that they would lock them up in jail forever or something like that. It's kind of funny because those other people were getting their drugs from John McCain and Richard Nixon and all of them, basically congressmen from other countries. So anyway, so it's basically where the Republicans and the Democrats have been broke this entire time, except for what they've been able to steal or kill or whatever, where basically American people have money, but the Republicans and Democrats don't. All that they had was basically some military people and pretty much access to guns, and basically been running around killing or extorting money from people and basically threatening to lock people up unless they paid the money or whatever. And basically that's all the Republicans have had for a long, long, long time. Even the legitimate Adolf Hitler, which was white and actually just a boy or whatever, and took a quite liking to a lot of my stuff, and even had a very successful military building career, and came to look at the old LS launch site back in 1920 or something like that, and wander around and stuff. Had more money than the Republican people, the Republican group, which they've been going around saying for the Republic, but there's no Republic really. It was just JFK and Richard Nixon. John McCain. Shoot him back, John McCain. He would force people to sign over their belongings or their money or their factory, or else he would shoot them in the back. That's why I call them shoot them in the back, John McCain, or bomb them using a jet or something like that. So anyway, it's where basically Richard Nixon and George W. Bush and everyone were basically just poor people. They didn't have oil fields. They didn't have anything more than some people had gone and killed some people in some oil fields, and they had taken them over or something like that. And basically that's how they were financing the Republicans or something. Basically the Republicans were selling do whatever you want and basically give them money or whatever, be their little patsy or whatever. And basically, it's basically pretty much how the United States or the us people have been working, basically pretty much shooting people and basically just a bunch of using a bunch of cops to basically do their dirty work or whatever. Well, whatever. I don't know, talk to your local police department about what's really going on with the government and how they're actually getting their money, which is probably from the American people, and mostly, and that's another thing, they're actually being paid by the American people through taxes to protect the American people, not to be running around as Jimmy Carter or Richard Nixon or Trumpy's personal bitch. So, and those bulletproof vests were actually provided by me and actually provided by some other people that wanted to protect their fathers and mothers from getting shot by those other psychopaths who would have bulletproof vests. And that's why they were trying to be restricted from the police departments. Was so the Republicans or the Democrats could run around and just shoot people, including police officers. So, and that's why they were trying to restrict police departments from having that gear. So anyway, so they could play whatever. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, it's this crazy thing where we're like Ronnie Mick whatever, McLaughlin or whatever his name is, that gun-toting fool, and his little like very dangerous bullets. Basically, they're all part of it, pretty much. And pretty much just as far as they could shoot people and other things like that. Subverting China and all kinds of these other groups and basically trying to force them to give them money or stuff or something. So anyway, that's basically what's been going on with the White House and the Republicans and the Democrats, where they're just stick-up men. That's all they have been for the last 40, 50 years. So Anyway. And they eventually killed, anyway, whatever. They killed lots of people and arrested lots of innocent people just because to take over their house or whatever, or kill them and move in and drag it back, and that's why they called them Yankees. So, anyway, and they were using my White Star submarines and other submarines, basically, that were provided by my inventions and my money and my foundries, and then using them to run drugs and do all kinds of other stuff that they shouldn't be doing. To do this lie that is the American lie or whatever, the American, or the us lie, really. And they've been doing it for about 40, 50 years, and basically through TVs and media control. That's how they actually have been doing it. So anyway, so it's this long thing, and where people, Germany saw what was going on and understood, and that's why they attacked them. Also to steal the printing press, that was Germany's. So anyway, yeah, and the American people are like, what the fuck are we paying taxes for, if you're just going to be subverting us? And basically forcing us to do, or forcing the people to do stuff. Like the police departments aren't Richard Nixon's or John McCain's or the congressman's personal bitches. They're to protect the people. Anyway, that's what they're for. So anyway, yeah, I mean, a lot of things happened, and all over my house, and what is the White House. So. Anyway, it happened a long time ago, and we've been going on this entire time, basically, and revolved around pretty much keeping the people from knowing who I was. Anyway, whatever. So, but yeah. Anyway, and then paying other people to go and harass me and try and get me to kill myself, or try and get someone to kill me, and all that other stuff. Or try and give me bad drugs or something like that. Except, like I said, I was 9 years old, so they couldn't exactly give me bad drugs and all this and other stuff. Anyway, I don't really care. It's just like, and then, basically a bunch of people gathering around me trying to say that I'm crazy and trying to basically steal money, and basically how this has been crazy for the last 40, 50 years or whatever. And, leads to a bunch of other crazy people and a bunch of other people basically, pretending like they're God or creator or something special, but they're not. So, anyway, yeah. It led to basically the Earth basically trying to attack other planets and other races and all kinds of other crazy stuff that they had to do or were going to do to basically keep it from being known, keep them from being evicted from the White House. So anyway, yeah. So. That's been going on for the last 40, 50 years. So. Anyway, yeah. So, and they're going to try and remove all information and cover me up. Or try and tell China or Japan or some other country that they're going to kill me if they don't if they don't get stuff. That's what Richard Nixon was doing, was basically threatening my life or whatever. And it's just basically a big hostage situation that involves other planets. So, because I'm Lucifer's star. Anyway, meanwhile, they hire Rodney or whatever and a bunch of people to harass me and say that I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. So, and other people made sure I wouldn't forget who I was. So I could tell people. Be like, I'm Lucifer's star. What the F? With the LSF spaceship. And epic existence. That's just rude and mean. Anyway. Yeah. So. And eventually people pick up my trail and eventually find me as Brian in 471 Mountain Drive and all kinds of other stuff. So anyway, and they know I'm important, they just don't know why. So, and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, well, I'm your creator and basically the person who named Amarica. So anyway, yeah, whatever. Craziness. Now I'm 40 years old and still being denied and ignored and lied about. And probably the senators are still calling up news ladies saying, come, ask not what you can do, what I can do, what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much what the Republicans stick, and basically what they tell news reporters and whatever. If they want to work in this country, they're going to have to go down like Mr. Brown or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so basically it's all fucked up and messed up, and basically it was really bad with Richard Nixon and a few other people. Basically, Trumpy's just renting my house, and he shouldn't even be in there. They were evicted. The Republicans and the Democrats were evicted from my properties. And realistically, I have no money. So, anyway, I do not recognize them as a governing body, or a group that should be living inside my buildings or houses.